People no longer have trust for each other. People don't even think twice when they want to betray you. People don't think about anything as long as it's for their own benefit. Now, some of the videos I make, sometimes I make those videos out of my broken times. Sometimes I'm broken just because I told myself, I said I'm obliged to make these videos, not just for myself. There are people that might be going through tougher situations more than me. As a man, if you are depressed, cry out. They say men not they cry out. I beg you, cry out. This is 2025, 21st century. Don't die in silence. Don't allow the world tell you, be strong, be strong. Don't be too strong and carried away by the pain. Come on, speak out.
Hey families, and welcome back to another powerful episode on Chat with Sophia podcast, the space where real stories meet real solutions. I'm your host, and on today's episode, we'll be diving deep into the kind of conversation that will move your heart and shift your mindset. Our guest is not just someone that do the talk online. He lived it, grown from it, and now shares life-changing lessons and wisdom with thousands of people over the media. He speaks boldly on relationship, everyday struggles, and it's kind of life lessons that we need to hear but barely talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, he's a Nigerian who is based in France, and today I have the privilege to invite him over to Italy direct. So get ready to be challenged, pour that, and get ready to be heard. Get your popcorn. Let's dive into it with the amazing Mr. James, popularly known as Mclee, Mclee, your therapist. Thank you so much, Mclee, for joining me.
Thank you so much.
I have the honor to invite you over all the way from France.
Thank you, you're most welcome.
How do you feel being here?
Of course, I feel blessed and I'm happy.
Thank you. So first of all, why did you accept to do this with me?
But of course, I think it's a miss to actually put out the message out there, though I talk about it most of the times. But coming on the media space like this with you is also another miss to reach out to the world through our message.
That's very beautiful. I see what you do with your platform on the media, and you mostly talk about topic that get people emotional, therapy. What is the main reason? Why did you choose to have this face this very line of should I say therapy?
Therapist, therapist actually goes in different ways. Depends on the areas you're holding. I mean, most of the areas I talk about are areas that touch people's emotions in terms of how they feel, in terms of because we're living really in a messed up generation. In terms of, you see a lot of people being depressed that have been messed up with emotionally. So those are the areas I kind of concentrate on. And the reasons that actually prompted me to do these things are life. Life taught me these things. And
Is it something that has to do with personal experience? Is it personal?
Though I've had personal experience, but I think it's not necessary that I talk about it on the media. So I think, or I know that life taught me the lessons. And I'll say to people listening to us, life actually is a teacher. The more we live, the more we learn. So when you go through different phases of life, there are definitely things you will learn. Is it that you learn the easy way or you learn the hard way?
Mclee, let's talk about everyday problems,
right,
like money, family. When they live in a century where money is the number one priority.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I understand it's something we cannot do with that.
That's right.
But the lengths people go, where they go, the length, they can go miles, so long it has to do with money. We don't live in a world that there's no trust.
That's right.
So long money is involved.
That's right.
Everything else does not matter.
That's right.
Few years ago, centuries ago, it wasn't like that. But this is where we are diving into. And what do you think about the current situation?
All right, now let's start off from, when you said century ago, century is even way too far. Let's just talk about 20 years back. Things weren't as messed us up like this. When I said, while we started the conversation, I said this is a messed up generation where people no longer have mercy for each other. People are just concerned about their personal interest. Where brothers betray brothers for the sake of money. Sisters betray sisters Even it goes as far as the extent that mothers can even betray their own child when it comes to, as long as there's money involved. I don't want to talk about what's happening in the diaspora. You see where many people having their parents back home, and the parents are taking advantage of their children living in the Western world. Let's not go details into that, but the fact is this.
No, we can touch it if it's necessary.
The truth still remains the
We
truth.
can touch it if it's necessary.
The truth still remains the truth. Trust right now, in this very 21st century, 2025, has been kicked under the bucket. People no longer have trust for each other. People don't even think twice when they want to betray you. People don't think about anything. As long as it's for their own benefit and their own personal interest, they are good to go.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to write down my questions because I don't want to miss a thing.
Alright.
I want to be able to take advantage of this opportunity with you. Sometimes we outgrow people, habit, and even vision of ourselves. How can someone gracefully let go without guilt or regret?
Now, let me get the question very, very straight. Now, we have grown people.
Okay, I can't make it with the question. Sometimes we outgrow people, habit, and even version of ourselves. How is that way that we can gracefully let go without guilt or even regret?
Like gracefully letting go that people have outgrown you or you've outgrown them. Is that what the question is? I just want to get it clear so I'll be able to.
No, you have outgrown. You have outgrown. You have grown a situation, right? Without guilt or regret.
If I will get it very straight, are you talking about the normal outgrownness when it comes to normal life issues?
Normal life issues, yeah.
Normal life issues. I think the first thing I'll see there is this: the acceptance to know that life is a teacher. The more we live, the more we learn. So when you know this is you first accept the fact. The problem we're having these days, a lot of people refuse to accept the fact that every day we go, every day we learn, and things change. And change, they say, is always constant. So when you know these things at the back of your mind, you just take things the way they are. And you don't need to live by regrets, because regrets won't change nothing.
But I think the ability for you to be able to move past that without guilt or regret, it's not regular.
Well, I'll say this.
It's not regular because some people feel guilt a lot, even when it's not their fault. That's in different situations, different.
Yeah. Okay, now let me get it straight. We are all actually built different. In terms of, let's put it one way, let's put it this way. When people, for example, I just want to chip this in. When people get emotionally broken, there are people who take it easy, understand that this is how it is. Why there are people, it breaks them for quite a long time. There are certain people who get into depression, making an instance. Sometimes in a couple of 1 week, 2 weeks, they are out. While there are people that are depressed for a couple of years and they are still yet to get out. So it all depends on how they've been built to understand that this is how it is. And I don't know if I get your questions right.
You do.
Right.
And that will take me to my another question, right? How do you navigate the pressure to always be strong or have the answers as a motivational speaker? This one is personally directed to you.
This is a question to me. How do I navigate being strong?
Yes.
All right.
Because as a motivational speaker, we all expect that you're almost perfect. You're not going through what you're saying. But it's always not like that,
Absolutely.
You might even be in the process of depression but preaching about something at that moment,
that's
right?
Now, some of the videos I make, sometimes I make those videos out of my broken times. Sometimes I'm broken just because I told myself, I said I'm obliged to make these videos, not just for myself. There are people that might be going through tougher situations more than me. So one thing I tell myself every day, I am my own biggest motivation. I'm motivating myself every day, no matter how tough it is. I have this mindset that nobody's coming to save me. So now, when I say this to myself every morning, nobody's coming to save me. It's either I save myself or I get crushed in this. So now that mindset keeps me every day. So no matter how tough it is, I stay motivated.
As someone who speaks so much related topic concerning therapy, we come from a country, Nigeria. We're Nigerian. We Nigerians in abroad, in diaspora.
That's right.
A country like Nigeria are still very, very low talking with the issue of therapy. We don't take it serious.
That's right.
We don't take it serious. And when I have someone very close to me going through a lot, I can see directly from this person is going through a lot. And then when I refer her needing to see a therapy, need to go for therapy, and she said to me that people where they go therapy and people where they mad, that's the mentality some people still have. A lot of people also know how important, but we don't take it serious. In 2025, with everything that is going on, especially in a country like Nigeria, what we're heading to, of course.
All right. We actually, Nigerians are built to be strong. And though those strongness that we are built to be actually breaks us privately. While we're growing up as a little child, you can't even tell your parents that I'm broken. You can't tell them I'm emotionally stressed. Instead, they will beat you the more. They will so to you. So now coming to a Western world where when you tell them about your emotions, there are therapists to actually know what's going on with you, how is it being with you, what's happening, right? So but in Nigeria, let's not just put Nigeria, let's say Africa, some of the African countries, they were built strong, but privately, or let's globalize it, it is really not helping people, because a lot of people, if you decide to bring out people, that people are actually depressed. A lot of people are going through a lot. Who you want to speak with, we never want to understand you. When you try to go with them to tell them your emotions, how broken you are, they'll tell you, I beg, focus on your business. You're not going to they trouble you. But then, how do you not go back to tell them? People just keep staying with the problem they have, even when they really want to talk to someone, they can't speak because nobody wants to understand.
In a world where a man is being subjected, being expected to always have the picture of a strong man. Yeah. I'm strong.
That's right.
And this is affecting a lot of men today. That's why you see women speak out than men, because they see it as a sign of weakness to the man, right? What do you have to say about this mentality?
Most often times I talk about this, men are built to be strong, but deep down in the soul, if we are opportune to open the minds of so many men,
we see they are going through a lot.
Because the society doesn't really, even in the circle of men, when a man goes to the gathering of his friends and say, hey, no, I'm down, they can't even feel, they don't even know how to resonate to the pain he's going through. But when a woman comes in and say, I'm down, everybody wants to see, what's happening? Are you emotionally stressed? The word teaches us to be strong. Even when we try to be strong, deep down in our soul, a lot of men are broken.
And sometimes even their fellow men make it difficult for them.
That's what I'm saying.
When a man chooses okay, I want to be different. I want to be because of what their fellow men will say and do to them, get them even more depressed.
It'll make you depressed.
In the midst of you being depressed, you speak up and get another stage of depression,
That's it. If you're not careful, when you're depressed as a man, if you get in the wrong circle, you become more depressed. But one thing I'll say, this is a TV program. One thing I will say, as a man, if you are depressed, cry out. The same men, not they cry out. I beg you, cry out. This is 2025, 21st century. Don't die in silence. Don't allow the world tell you, be strong, be strong. Don't be too strong and carried away by the pain. Come on, speak out.
Once you're gone, you're gone.
That's right.
That's the
I've had people.
That's a life reality.
I've had people who couldn't speak out. The end part is they took their own lives. The world is beautiful and stressful at the same time. But if you are broken, cry out. Just speak out. The world is messed up already. You're living in a messed up generation. Don't be carried away by this whole thing and get yourself stuck up by pain.
My goodness. I don't know, you live in France. The Nigerians there in your environment, with what is happening about this question is specifically like going to a relationship, but
right.
How women are being treated by men.
Okay.
I think it happened more in Africa, but we still have it here. Just that the men we have here, knowing that they are in a country that functions well with laws, rules, and regulations, they try to hide it a little. But we still have those women living under men. France, Nigeria, everywhere in the world, still going through some domestic whatsoever, I use the word violence, from men in 2025. And even though we are in a country, a working system country, the women are still afraid to speak out.
That's right.
What are they trying to protect?
Well, the truth is,
So what would society will say? I don't know.
now let's hit it very
They
straight.
fear to end up being a single
Now,
mom.
don't
I don't
stress,
know.
worry no more. Let me hit it very straight. The problem so many people are having, most especially women, I'm somehow in the sides of the women, despite I want to be on the middle. The fear so many women are having is, where will I start from? And what will people say? And I say most of the time,
I don't want to be a baby mama.
I don't want to be a baby mama. Where will I start from? What will people say? I'm afraid. And I'll say it very clear. The day you start to worry yourself about what people will say, just know that that's the day you start digging your grave gradually. The first thing you do, no matter how tough situations are with you, close your ears for what people will say. And also now let's go down to the men. Sometimes, not just sometimes, 60% of an African man, they want to be very dominating. They want to be controlling. They want to tell you, this is how I want it to be, and you must do it. And now some of them brought that attitude down to the Western world. So deep down, it's still happening. But it's only an understanding, and an advanced man will understand that when you get into the life of any woman, it is no longer a controlling where you say, I'm 100, you should be 10. No, the energy should be 50-50. You should bring your energy, I bring my energy on the table. And to those that are listening, if the energy does not run, then I don't advise you to stay further. Get out from that place immediately. Now.
Before it's too late.
Not to say I'm not telling you. That was my slogan all the time.
Can you share a mindset shift that completely changed your life? One that you think anyone listening needs to hear today?
Can you please repeat the question, please?
Yeah.
I just want to get in.
Actually, I wrote some of them down, most of them down, because I don't want to miss a thing. Okay. Can you share a mindset shift that completely changed your life? One that you think everyone listening to you right now needs to hear today?
Right, the complete shift that actually changed my life. I think I won't say that as a specific situation that actually changed my life. I've always been this person that I call myself the flexible guy. So I use the FG, flexible guy. Every situation that comes across that I encounter is a changing situation for me. At the back of my mind, I know change is constant. So when I encounter new situations, I want to change. So there is no one speaking. I can't tell you this day, this minute, this time changed it. So if you are listening to me, just stick yourself and tell yourself every day, every encounter that I get should be a changing or a stepping stone for me. So get yourself motivated every day and apply the key of change is constant.
Mclee, thank you so much. I have a very important question. As a man,
all right,
what does it take a man to wife a woman? Money?
Is this question supposed to be for people that are married, right?
Generally.
Okay. Though, anyways.
You're married, about to get married, in a relationship, or thinking of getting in a relationship. Definitely you're heading to somewhere, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. As a man,
right,
either you're in a relationship, or you're married, or you're about to embark in a relationship that you think is heading to somewhere. Definitely not just that you want to have fun, because if you want to have fun, this question is not for you, right? What does it take to wife a woman? Is it money? And if money is involved, is that the only thing it takes for a man to wife a woman?
All right. If my father was alive, I would have called my father to ask him what does it take. That he took him to wife my mother when he was just 25 years old and my mom was 23. So, but now coming down to this generation where we are right now, I think it actually takes a whole lot to wife a woman. And now the energies is actually on two sides. Because even when you try to wife a woman, the question is the woman trying to husband you? So you want to wife a woman. What if the woman is not suitable to be wifed? So, but as a man, we must be ready to put energies down. We must be ready to pay sacrifice, because wifing a woman is sacrifice. Because this, you bring in somebody different. This has falls down to either relationship or marriage, because it's a blissful relationship that actually leads to marriage. And okay.
To me, I actually think it might be from both gender. I think that at this point, we want to get married because of what the society want to say.
Okay.
But I don't know if the men or even the women, but this is for the men first, are really ready to wife a woman. In the sense that a lot of men think, okay, if I have money, she's going to respect me. Like, I cannot lie, I'm not going to get married to a broke person.
That's right.
I don't need a broke man, honestly, because I, as a woman, if I'm doing something very important for myself to be able to be independent, why should I marry a broke man? But does it really take money? Because this is what 90% of the men think. This is why they don't even put a lot of effort. Like, I need a protector. You know what I mean by when I say I need a protector. I need someone that can have my back. I need someone that I can lay my head on his shoulder when it's needed. I need someone that can also a bit financially okay to be able to get me, this little gift that puts smile on my face. I need to shop. So I don't want to shop with all my money, right? So I obviously need this money. But the money is not enough. But I feel like a lot of men are just channeling their energy to be successful alone in life, have money, and think for if they have money, because of how desperate a lot of women are right now, and because of the need, the necessity we are actually seeking for, they think is enough reason to like to work. I personally, I need a protector. But do we still have protector of men right now in 225?
Right. There are two things that are never enough in terms of wifing a woman or having a girlfriend in a relationship, like you said. Number one, love is never enough. Don't just put love aside. Number two, money is not even enough reason to wife off a. See, that's why you see so many ladies. You can be giving them stuff, but they prefer that poor guy. Women are not like men. Women are psychologically built in a different way.
Because we shouldn't forget, a lot of women are actually looking for men that are financially stable. But these women, we still have women that are okay, right? Even if they need your money, but they are not depending on it, right? So if you make money and you think you can go for any woman in this world, you're wasting your time. That's my own opinion.
A real woman is not moved by money. A real woman is moved by who. And women see beyond what men are saying. What a woman sees is actually different from what women say. Sometimes you feel when you buy them gifts, they are carried away. A real woman sometimes are not moved by those things. Sometimes they want to believe what comes out from your mouth. Are you keeping to your words? When you say this, are you keeping to it? So some of the things men look at for saying, when I get her stuff, when I give her money, she's going to fall for me. You might give her those things and she will never say thank you.
I actually think we're in a world that a lot of people are stuck in one place, one thinking, their sense of reasoning.
All right.
And I sat there one day and was thinking about how these women can unlearn to relearn. In the sense that this is a conversation I was having with some couple of friends, my female friends, and she said, one of my friends said to me that they were having this conversation, and this girl, the only thing that keeps coming out of her mouth is how she would meet a particular man, right? How a pastor can pray for her to meet a rich husband. So this was like leaving everyone around her speechless. Why can't your pastor pray for you to be successful in your business? The only thing that be coming out of your mouth is how a pastor can pray for you, how whoever you want to meet, how you can go to a certain place and get blessing to meet a very rich husband. So I don't know. And then what I said to the girl was, I think it is the environment and the kind of people she have associated herself with. I think someone like this needs to unlearn, in order to relearn, to relearn and move past such mentality, such situation, because she's just stuck in one circle. I don't know if this question is supposed to be made for you.
I can actually chip in.
You are a man, right?
Now,
what is your opinion on this?
Now, learn to relearn. This is one of the problems we have. It's both genders. You see, so many men are not ready to learn to relearn. Same likewise to ladies. But the problem we have is this: a lot of people are going to live by their dreams for the rest of their life, but they will never execute those dreams. The dream is going to rest here in your mind. There's the fantasy of, this is how I want it to be, this is this, I can't settle for less, that, and they're going to live by that dream. They will never fulfill the dream. So it is of great news, or it is of great use, that people start putting things in as much as you want the big one. Like I say most times when I was having a conversation with someone, I said, in as much as you're praying for the best every day, sometimes expect the worst, because life sometimes will offer you what you've prayed for. So while she's having a dream, having what she has in her mind, those things might never come to pass. She might end up relaxing and settling for less. It is earlier she starts fixing up her plans and tell yourself, okay, now let's do like this, because nobody's actually designed for anybody except you work towards it and make your things work out.
Hi, Laura MC.
Thank you.
What would you say to someone who feels stuck in a cycle, repeating the same mistake? This is also, it's a bit similar to this question I've asked you. Someone who is stuck, there are just these people, they can repeat the same mistake 5 times. It's not their fault.
Yeah.
They're very capable. Like they will repeat such mistake. They never learn.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And those kind of people, you know, they are fighting the same battles in life.
All right. I know, responding to such a question, you know, life, like I said when we started the conversation, is a teacher. The more we live, the more we learn. There are people that are.
You know why I said this question is related to that first one? Just like this same person that have like stuck with that mentality of, okay, this is the only way I can survive in life. Getting married to a rich man. So her prayers is not to get successful with her personal business or build herself. Yeah. That's it.
Now, one of the major problems that when people get stuck up in one place, first thing first, there are 2 things I'll say, but I'll start with the first one. The first one is this: you can't be doing the same thing and expect a different result. You follow same roads, everything. You don't ready to change, you can't get a different result. So that's the first thing. People do the same thing, expect different result, which will never happen. That's one. And secondly, people are not ready to level up. People are comfortable. The comfort zones are actually one of the problems people face today. They are so comfortable, they are not ready to level up. That's why they get stuck in one place. But if you are the type that love to level up, you can never be comfortable. And when you are not comfortable, the result you got yesterday, you will not want to get it today. You tell yourself, I not try yesterday, let me try something different. So someone that has such mindset cannot be stuck up in 1 second. It's impossible.
MC, you do MC sometimes.
Absolutely.
And then as obviously you have other side hustle, your job whatsoever.
Of course.
And we have people like you, not necessarily have to be MC. We have Nigerians in the diaspora doing music, entertainment. I'm doing podcasts right now.
That's right.
But we don't get the support within ourselves here. When you see someone do the same kind of job I'm doing in Nigeria right now, the attention, the support, the repose, whatsoever, it keeps coming. It's going to come, like, you know. Here, is it that we are here because we're in a hustling land and we just feel like it's just about ourselves alone? We just feel like, okay, we don't see the necessity to give support to ourselves in anything you do.
All right. I'll say this.
And it's kind of like it's affecting the growth of anything anyone comes up with.
Can I go a little bit deeper?
Go as deep as you can.
All right. When it comes to, you want to go towards entertainment, right?
Yes,
in terms of the Western world. All right. I think one of the problems we have here is that people are too very egocentric, meaning self-centered. That's one. And secondly, nobody really cares about you here. Everybody's you on your
This is
own.
the reality. I can tell you this is 100%.
Yeah. And also the third one, a prophet is without honor in his own town. When I say prophet is without honor in his own town, when you do people, there's a whole lot of people who do better than the people that are living in Nigeria. In terms of music, comedies, entertainment. But if you begin to pick points, so many of them are still stuck up in 1 second. Because the mass enemy is in his household. They really don't want to support you, even when they have the opportunity to do. The people that are living in Nigeria, they're not even doing more better than so many people living in the diaspora.
Trust me, I just spoke about the same person doing the same thing you're doing right now. You see even the ones here, they're going to see your job. They will just ignore they
look at the people can look at your video and say,
and they're going to say that, what is he doing?
It's they talk they never see before.
You understand? But same thing you're doing, want someone here in Africa do it.
You're sleeping light on the person's platform.
You understand?
That is how it is. You see, and also, I'll say there's so much hate among the people here. I'll be very plain. There's so much hate among the people. You know, when you talked about MC, I don't really do it all the time. I don't do it. I'm not really fond of doing it anymore. Because first of all, the people who discourage you are the people within you. I remember one time, I really don't want to talk
They're
about
going to speak down on your job.
Can I talk about it?
Talk about everything.
You know, there was a time I went for a ceremony. I went there because I was told about the ceremony, not because I went as a guest. So I just went there because I know the person. I said, this person will do ceremony, let me go there. As soon as I got there, the next thing the person gave me mic and said, hey, take this mic. MC, I said, well, I don't understand. He said, now you walk now. I said, what's the meaning of this nonsense? And I had no choice. I wasn't comfortable. I had to leave the place because this is disrespectful. People go through process to actually get in touch with me and say, hey, this is what we bargain, times and all of that.
So and it's not something you just got up and said, okay, I want to willingly do it.
Willingly do it. So why do you want to bring me out and put me on the dark path? So it's still likewise to the life we live here. The people, and most times, the people they are too familiar with each other. So they feel whatever you do, it's your cup of tea. Even if they go,
you are never a celebrity.
You're never a celebrity before them. Nobody cares about you.
You are never. That's the reality.
They will prefer to pay thousands of
euros to bring analysts from Nigeria.
That is
same thing that someone here will even deliver better.
They prefer to bring somebody way back, worship the person, give the person the best nice hotel, best stuff, and all of that. Meanwhile, there's a brother, there's a sister, there's an artist, there's a comedian just at the side. And they look at the person, they limit the person to zero.
So this is the same thing I'm still talking about, unlearning to relearn.
Yeah.
Learning how to value the things you have within you here. I don't know.
And now in conclusion, to add up to what we're saying. So now to those that are listening, if you're living in diaspora and you have the talent of what you do, am I permitted to talk about that?
Why not?
Now, if you're living in the Western world, are you living in Europe, wherever you are in diaspora, and you have the talent, you're a musician, artist, or whatever, and now you must understand, take cognizance of time. Understand the fact that you can't force people to actually push you. What you do is this. Begin to break your way out into the international market. How do you do it? Now, you already know that the link and the brown or the brand is coming out far from the other side. So instead of you to remain in one circle where you are so stuck and saying, they don't share my video, people don't support me, explore. And when you begin to explore, push yourself to
and make it impossible for you not to be seen. And even if they say they don't want to see you, it is an obligation. Your duty is to make it impossible not to be seen.
Tell yourself, I want to be better. And when you become more better, many of them will not be looking for you to say, I know this person before, but now it's not impossible.
I'm telling you.
Tell yourself, no matter how it is, whether they push you or not, wake up every day, go on the ground, work so hard.
That's the truth too.
Work so hard.
Mclee, it is not possible. It is not possible to be out there when you don't push yourself. I just also feel like some of the fault come from these people. They don't push themselves. I see most of them. The only thing they care about every day is posting pictures on the media. If you're posting pictures, obviously I will like what you're posting, but I will know you for posting pictures. Not as a musician, not as an MC. And a lot of people, and most of them don't want to take out money to invest. They don't promote their job also. If I'm shooting this podcast and we don't push it, who is going to watch it?
Nobody's going to push if you don't push yourself.
That's what I'm saying. If you don't push yourself, it doesn't necessarily have to be promotion alone. In different ways. If you don't, why some people are saying, no, I don't want to see him, he's an EU whatsoever. That person is doing his job, trying not to see you. But when you push yourself to a certain level, it becomes impossible. Even the people, I think probably you have to disappear from the earth, People like the likes of Burna Boy right now. There are people who were saying they don't want to see him before but right now, even Burna Boy don't need to post himself to be seen. Brands, people. So I just feel like we are not pushing also enough here.
Be ready to push yourself. And the day you're ready to push yourself, that's the day you start getting your respect. People naturally will disrespect you if you don't respect yourself. Whatever you bring to the table is what you get. So it is not just how far, but
how
it falls down to how well. Mm-hmm. So that's just the way it is. I remember the first time when I had a post by Tunde Eno. Mm-hmm. That's where all hell broke loose. Though before then, I've been making my videos. People look at the videos and say,
"Oh, that guy is built somehow."
Today, not posted this guy. Oh, wow. Now, what I say now begin to make sense in their ears. But I've been saying it before time.
They were not giving you that attention.
They were not giving the attention because they feel it's noise that I'm making.
A lot of people here, they will begin to slide in your DM.
Absolutely. And the other time when P-Square, the Paul posted the video, and somebody reached out to me from Italy and said, Paul just posted the video. And this person wasn't responding to me for quite a long time. And I looked at the message. I said, why now are you reaching out to me? Does the posting make me make it? So to those that are listening, push yourself. Push yourself.
Thank you so much, Mclee. How do you approach forgiveness, especially when someone never apologized or acknowledge their harm. There are people built never to apologize, right? But you are obliged to forgive them, probably not because of them, but for yourself.
All right. Okay, I would have loved to say respond violence for violence. Whatever anybody brings to your table, return it back. This is the kind of, I just posted a video about it. And the video is actually going viral right now on TikTok. And right now we should be around close to 300,000 people watching the video. And I posted it yesterday. And I said, respond violence for violence. Nobody be small picking again. People do things intentionally these days. But now, let's come to our very, very, very present day. The reason why sometimes you don't need to reciprocate whatever anybody brings back. Instead, you just walk away. Is this. Forgiveness is divine, in as much as they say to her is man. When you forgive people, so many times these people don't actually want the forgiveness. You forgive for the sake of your peace. There are so many people that has crossed my path, brutalized my mind. And sometimes I hear vengeance in my mind. Sometimes I hear overreact. Sometimes I hear this, I hear that. And so I said to myself, if I go beyond what my mind is saying, I might get things spoiled. The best thing is to walk off, forgive the person in the absence of the person. And that's the first thing that gives me peace within myself. I just tell myself, I breathe and I say, this day, this minute, I forgive you. I don't see the person, I just say to myself, I face the mirror. I say, this day, this minute, I forgive you because I want peace. Two wrongs can't make right.
There is this thing people always think that when you respond, you're not mature, right?
When you don't mature, people call you weak.
People call you weak. You understand? I've seen someone, I don't want to mention their names. We're not talking about gossip. Right. But I've seen something going on in the media right now.
Okay.
There's this particular lady continuously calling out the other lady for ages now. I think I've seen them. I wasn't really very, very consistent on the media, but this is something we've been seeing right now. And up to date, the other one has refused to respond. Probably because, I don't know the reason, my personal reason, probably because I want to show my sureness. I want to do this, I want to do it. But people keep hearing the other side, one side of the story, and you being labeled as who you might not be. What the person is saying might be true, right? Do you think that you call that maturity?
At a certain point in your life, keep maturity aside and deal with people. This will not be advice now, warning. At a certain point in your life, sometimes to play mature, sometimes just take the bull by the end, sometimes receive the pain. But let it not get too much, because people are too intentional. We're living in a messed up generation. If you give people opportunity, they will put pins for you. Don't say me go travel far away. At a certain point in your life, there are certain point when you accept too long, put it aside, put the maturity aside, and deal with people the way they want it. If not, people continue to take advantage of you. They feel you are weak. So not fighting back doesn't mean you can't fight. Not responding shouldn't be considered as weakness. But at a certain stage of your life, put the maturity aside and teach people some lessons.
Great. That's it. Incredible, Mclee. I don't know if time will permit us. I have quite... My list is long, but because of our editing whatsoever, so I'm going to pick one or more questions.
All right.
And then we go. In the social media age, comparison is easy and confidence. In this social media age, comparison is easy and confidence. And confidence is fragile, right? What's your advice for anyone battling self-worth or identity issue?
Self-worth, identity issues.
Because in the world right now, like, comparison is on the high grade.
In a layman's language, go see your mate. This world, go see your mate, has broken the life of so many people. And now when people, even in the Bible said those that compare themselves with themselves cannot be wise. And wisdom actually is profitable to direct. So now, the moment you start, comparison on the social media and say, this is better than me, the comparison sometimes actually starts from the individual self. A lot of people actually limit themselves and say, hey, this podcast is actually doing better than me. For you to think of how to level up without a trade. Now you're comparing yourself and say, hey, this artist is way better than me. You go home and be thinking about it. And sometimes instead of you thinking of how to level up, you're thinking of how to
get inspiration from him.
Some people think of, this person is doing better than me. Why not I bring this person down so that I'll be a little bit high? That's the problem we have. So if you compare yourself with other people, first thing first, you lose your sense of wisdom, and it should be considered as foolishness. So that's it.
Thank you very much. What do you have to say about someone who think, should I use the word, people I think people mostly misunderstand not wanting to be in one particular place because you don't see you belong there.
All right.
And they misunderstand and take it as you are feeling too big. You're too proud.
Yeah.
You just feel like, they just feel like, okay, I'm too low for him, right? But I just feel like you know where you want to belong, where you want to be seen in. And for the fact that probably you're someone who is, how do I express the question? You might be someone who is facing insecurity.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's insecurity or based on experience. So you're just trying to protect your circle.
Mm-hmm.
But you just continuously getting judged and misunderstood. And people take it like, okay, you're feeling too proud.
All right. Now, falls down to the present life we live in right now. The very day you start to build your life, that's the day you start to lose people. A lot of people don't get it. And now, in the circle and the mind of a lot of people, growth is impossible. Right? The moment you start to level up, they are wondering, why will you level up? They feel that we're all supposed to be in the same level. And when you try to make changes, it seems strange before their eyes. And now, the advice is this. If you know where you're heading to, you know your goal, you know your plan, you must drop the excess bags. Those excess bags can be friendship. Those excess bags can be some irrelevant family members. Those excess bags can be the partner that is dragging you back. Those excess bags must go down for you to go. I consider life as a swing saw when they call Jangolova. You know, Jangolova is like up and down. So it's either you be on the winning side, you have to go up. Then whosoever that is not relevant in your space must be the one to be on the ground. So if people don't accept the fact that change is constant, then you don't need to explain to them. Explaining to say, I've changed, my level has changed, I'm trying to level up, I'm not doing this. You bring more enmity to yourself. Once you discover you know your goal, you see the light.
You're good to go.
Good to go. Don't listen to nobody. Don't ask opinion. Pursue your dream.
All right, Mclee, thank you so much. I don't know if there is anything we need to know more about you. I only know you're in Nigeria, you're based in France, your name is James. And I had the privilege to invite you here over today.
Thank you so much.
You speak so much about personal growth, relationship, and then you uplift people's souls and spirit on the media a lot, and that's why you are known as the therapist. Aside all of this, is there anything we need to know about Mr. James?
Well, I think just for the sake of the media,
because you know yourself better than me.
Right. So people have decided to keep things private, and people decide to keep their
those that
lives
are not
separate.
private.
What are the things that people want to really know? This is me. I'm a very proud Nigerian, and I'm from the South. I'm from Edo State, Benin City, and I'm based in France, and I live my normal life, do other things that are very legal to put my food on the table. And if there are other things that I feel that has to do with my life, I don't think there are other basic things I should talk about.
I've been seeking for answer for these very questions, and I've asked it quite some times now, different episodes and questions, and I'm still trying to get different answers. What is that thing someone should never make mistake in life to do at all? Don't you can just say, okay, this thing, don't do it at all. You know? Because we often hear, not we often hear, it is so. You can make mistakes and we learn from them. You shouldn't be scared of making mistakes. But there is this mistake you should never, because if not, you cannot learn from it. Even if you learn from it, it is too late. You know?
Well, first things first that people must understand. First, when we talk about mistakes, a lot of people are afraid to make mistakes. But the earlier you realize that mistakes are part of life, the better to be for you. You must make mistakes. You must fail. Know these things.
But they're intentional mistakes, right?
They are intentional mistakes. Those are people who intentionally fall into mistakes. But I know very vividly, and I know that if it's not intentional, that means it's not your fault. and you learn from it. But if I'm to say to myself, I think the one mistake I will never, there's one mistake I'm very careful about that I don't want to,
making.
that I don't want to ever intentionally fall into, is the mistakes of getting married to the wrong person. And the reason why I say it, I'll just add this story because I know very clearly I wasn't opportune to choose the kind of parents that I will come from. All of a sudden, I just woke up and I discovered that this is my father, my mom, my cousin, my brothers. Whether they, a lot of people, we came
Do you
up.
think we're opportune? Anyone is ever opportune to choose parents?
That's it. We are never opportune to choose the kind of
okay.
parents we have.
Yeah,
You just woke up as a little baby,
that's
conscious of life, and say, "This is your father, this is your mother."
You grew up to see that.
Grow up to see them, whether they are good or bad. You can make choice, but no one in his complete senses won't tell me they don't have the opportunity to choose the kind of person they bring into their life. You have your eyes to see now, your ears are there to listen, your brain to think, your mouth to talk, your nose to perceive. You make mistake if it's not working, get out and you just learn to relearn, learn to learn. So that's one biggest mistake I'm afraid of, because I don't want to open this my two naked eyes and make the mistakes.
You all hear that? Very careful with the person you bring to your life.
Let me take off my glasses. Be careful about it.
Very important.
Because the truth is, the trauma, a lot of people till now are still yet to heal from the trauma. Even when everything goes separate ways, the trauma is something that you can't write about. So that's why instead of you getting to that stage, make hay while the sun shines. As long as you have your two eyes, don't make the same mistake your parents has made. Now God gave you two eyes to see. A lot of people are afraid to start all over again. Where do I start from? What will people say? If you're afraid of what people will say or where to start from, pray not to do that when you're already in the grave. Not us, I not tell you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Imade. Thank you so much for joining me. I enjoyed this session very well. I must say, with my few time experience, it's one of the coolest and interesting, educative also episode I've ever had. And like I said before, I don't know why you agreed to do this with me. You said your reason, you gave your reason before. Thank you for finding me worthy. Thank you for creating and taking us your time to come all the way from France. We're live and direct in Italy, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to leave you with one word. Never, never in your life, in any stage that you are trying to create or grow, never think you're behind. You are becoming is the word you should always use for yourself. You're never behind. So, Mr. James.
Yes, thank you.
I don't know if there's anything you need to, like, my audience need to.
Two
any
things.
words of encouragement, like, to the brand,
All right. No, I'll say these two things. I'll talk about your brand. Two things I'll say. First and first, to those that are listening to me, the viewers, let me take off my glass. First and first, be ready to level up. That's the first and first. Don't be afraid to level up. And secondly, don't be afraid to make mistakes. A lot of you are stuffed up by the mistakes you've made, you're traumatized by it. Tell yourself mistakes are part of life. Pains are part of life. Problems are part of life. The earlier you start realizing this, the better it will be for you. You're ready to level up. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to try. You'll try again. You'll fall. You'll stand. And when you do these things, life becomes a better place for you. And big shout out to Chat with Sophie. Am I right with the name?
You're very right.
Chat with Sophie. I think it has always been an amazing time since I came around, and I will say this is one of the most hospitable moments I've ever had.
Really?
Though I've actually been opportunity to go other places. Though it was a stressful time to get here, I had every reason not to come. Right from the moment
you said that before when we met yesterday. I'm sorry. I know I wanted to make an outro already. Can we get into that? What was the reason? You said something like that yesterday, Dad.
All right.
Someone kind of like.
All right. First thing, one of the reasons that actually broke me, the moment we talked about it when we were talking about the nails and we got the ticket and all that. The next thing I experienced was, I got my page actually reported, my Instagram and my TikTok.
Reported.
I don't know what happened. I just woke up. I was trying to make a post and I had 162,000 people.
Do you mean to say your Instagram is not functioning now?
My Instagram is active, but my TikTok with 162,000 followers. They reported my TikTok.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know what happened. I was trying to make a post, and now while I was trying to make this post, I just woke up and I tried to make the post. 2 days after you got a ticket, and now my page was gone. And now, are you trying to check? So now, what I was trying to
I think I wanted to check. I don't know.
okay now they made the page was down. I had money in the page also, and I was surprised. That broke me to my soul. And now I was wondering, how do I get to start this all over again? Now I've put a whole lot of energies into this page.
Are you talking about your TikTok that have huge followers?
Huge followers. If not because it was shadow bounded or something, I don't know. For my videos are always organic videos. I was supposed to be around 200 and something thousand followers because in the month of April, I got 50,000 followers straight up. So now my TikTok has been growing rapidly for the past 4 months. If I can raise about 150,000 followers for the past 4 months, so imagine till the end of the year, that broke me down to zero. I got almost depressed.
Oh my
And
God.
now that
No, I
happened.
can actually understand where you're coming from here. It's not easy at all to build a page. We're also battling for that. That's so.
Having that happen, another thing happened which I can't talk about in the media, which broke me to my soul. And I said to myself, I think I need myself because when I'm really broken, I really don't want to associate with people. I just go to my shares, try to work on myself, and see how I can come up with a better way. So, but I understand that I've got a lot of people that are looking up to me. There are people that actually want to listen to me. And if I decide to go on my shares, what about the people? Shout out to the people who reach out and say, there are people who look up to you. Why do you want to go on your shares? Reach out to them. Come up from your shares and just work on it. So, and now, after that being said, we worked back that and which we're working really seriously to rebuild. And the videos are actually going viral. The videos I posted yesterday were already going towards 300,000 views already.
One thing I've known about the few time I've come across you, you're someone who is very determined.
Absolutely.
And that should never stop. I'm so sorry about that.
No, it's normal. No, the truth is, people should understand this. Just in case you're having similar issues with me, you must understand that life, they will definitely break you at a certain point, but don't be broken. You know, one of the encouragement I tell myself every day is this: they took the page, they didn't take my mind, they didn't take my life. As long as I grow the page,
crazy.
I grow the page with my brain, I'll grow it again. So I'm not demotivated like people said. And
oh my goodness. Thank
long
you.
story cut short. Now coming down to how I got here, it was stressful actually. You know, everything was fixed up by you. Thank you so much. Down for the flight and how I got here. Well, the airport stressed me actually.
I see. This is a problem we experience sometimes in Italy. Sorry about
But
that.
no, it's normal. It's normal. These are actually, I've come to understand that life is full of circumstances. You lose some, you win some, you gain, you go through the pain. When you get these things at the back of your mind, whatever life offers you, smile and say, I don't know already. So there's at this stage of my life right now, and this also be a motivation to whosoever is listening to me. No matter what life offers you, be your own motivation. At the stage where I'm sitting here right now, there's nothing that will happen on the surface of this earth that will break me anymore.
You've seen it all.
Not that I've seen it all. I tell myself, why I'm seated here now, I'm praying for the best, but I'm expecting the worst. I know that anything can happen as long as life is
I
concerned.
like that word, praying for the best,
But expect the worst.
because the worst can always happen.
The worst can always happen. So when the worst happens, you've told yourself already, sir, if it happen. But when the best comes, you say, Alhamdulillah, I'm grateful because it comes for the best. But if it's still the worst, accept life. Life is we're living in a messed up generation. It's the more you look, the less you see. Stay guided.
Now, this goes to our listeners. I want to let you know that the conversation, the words you heard today, are to uplift your soul and to let you know that you have no reason ever to remain in one place. There's always room for improvement. There's always room for change. So whenever you feel like you are in your down moment, remember that you're not behind, but you're becoming. Thank you so much for sharing this moment with Chat with Sophia today, and we are going to see you more next time. Do have a lovely evening.